Well, it was a case that has captivated Southwest Florida. It was the rescue of an 80-year-old woman who went missing for 6 days, and she was found alive. Her rescue came from a blurry image caught on a Ring doorbell camera, and if you blinked, you would have missed it. However, one Collier County detective didn't, and tonight Fox 4's Brianna Brownlee hears his story on the one break in this case that caught his eye to get to this moment.
This area of Piccadilly Circus in Naples is considered ground zero by Collier County Sheriff deputies when it comes to the case of Margaret Ann Galloway, the 80-year-old woman with Alzheimer's who was missing for nearly a week. Her rescue coming from a blurry image, and now we are hearing from the detective who caught the glimpse.
By far, this is the most memorable and will be likely for the rest of my career.
It was a moment in a blurry image he didn't miss. In a moment that Detective Michael Nudie will remember for the rest of his life. As an officer for 13 years, he's worked several missing person cases, but never solved one like this. The search for 80-year-old Margaret Galloway quickly consuming Southwest Florida after the nonverbal 80-year-old with Alzheimer's was caught on camera walking away from her home on her neighbor's security video. 6 long days of searching by air, on land, and in water, but
we did 6 days of searching without anything.
This video, the only clue.
After that, she was never seen again on camera.
Taken in the area of Piccadilly Circus.
I was convinced that was ground zero. That's where whatever had happened or wherever she had disappeared, had to be in this area.
Leaning on old school police training, Detective Nudie and his partners knocked on doors until they came across another video from a neighbor who was out of town. Detective Nudie wanting to see their security footage for himself for clues that a non-trained eye wouldn't see. At first, he said nothing turned up, but as he was about to leave,
I asked, do you have any more cameras that I didn't see?
That one question leading to the one break in the case, in one single snapshot of Ring video taken every 6 minutes. Detective Nudie thought he saw a ghost.
A white figure, you couldn't tell if it even was a person or what it was, but my stomach dropped. And I said, we have something.
It was 80-year-old Margaret.
And I knew the minute we opened that door, I'm like, this is gonna be it.
Lying in her neighbor's garage.
Everything you've thought of over the past 6 days just went through your mind in 1 second.
And for the best surprise is when he says they found her alive.
I knew what it was. I knew by the knock.
It was the knock Margaret's family were waiting to hear for nearly a week, and on the other side of the door was Detective Nudie with the good news.
Emotional thing for me was that initial reuniting of the family.
And not only was Margaret alive, but for the first time in months, Margaret spoke.
He knelt down and just said, Margaret? And she opened her eyes and she said, yes. We haven't heard her say yes in a long time. And he said, are you married to Michael Galloway? And she said, yes. She hasn't spoken in as long as I can remember.
These cases are important. I mean, you're dealing with somebody's loved one, and there's nothing more important than that.
When speaking to the neighbor whose camera captured Margaret going into the garage, she tells me this is just a miracle because she just installed that camera about a month ago. Reporting from Naples, Brianna Brownlee, Fox 4.